Alright traders, welcome to another video. Kayong here from Alpha Play, Chief Currency Strategies. What I'd like to walk you through for this video is to share with you some insights and preparation right, going into the NFP and average hourly earnings for this evening. For those who have been following us first time, I'd like to welcome you. Do like and subscribe to our channel. For those who have been following us since some time back, welcome to another video and thanks for all the support that you guys have shown. Alright, so today this video is really about preparing for the NFP and average hourly earnings, which will be released in the evening later during US session. So let's take a look at some of the potential technical setups that we have identified. Right, basically there are three pairs that we are looking out for. The first one will be on Euro Dollar. Right, on the H4 time frame, what we are seeing is that price is currently trading in a consolidated area. The higher boundary is at the 1.1212, alright, around the 1.1215 level. The lower bound will be contained by the 1.11 level. Right, current price is trading in the middle of this range, and what we do expect is that if there's a very aligned data from the US coming in, alright, what we mean by aligned is that let's say the average hourly earnings coming in at positive, NFP coming in at positive, and unemployment rate coming in at positive, all of them point towards the same direction. That's what we mean by aligned. Alright, and of course the opposite can happen as well, meaning average hourly earnings missing the estimates, NFP as well missing the estimates, and unemployment rate coming in worse than the estimates. So all data are negative, that's also aligned. Right, so what we are looking out for is to have all these three data either being super positive or being super negative. Alright, and we believe that if it's positive or negative, either direction will give a very high probability of price breaking either the upper boundary or the lower boundary. Right, so the setup going into this pair, the Euro Dollar, is to trade the breakout of the range. So if data coming in as positive from the US, we do expect this price to drop, right? The Euro Dollar price to drop and break this lower boundary. And the opposite happens, we do expect it to break to the upside. Alright, very similar on another pair is the dollar franc. Alright, again, what we are seeing is that price is currently trading in a range. Upper boundary is contained by the 99.50 and the lower boundary is contained by the 98.50. Alright, very similar again. If it's positive data from the US, we do expect price to break the upper bound, and if negative US, we do expect it to break below. Alright, again, strategy here is to trade the breakout. What's more interesting is actually on the Aussie dollar. Alright, again, if you look at this, what is happening over here is price is currently still trading in a range-bound environment. Alright, the higher boundary, the upper bound, is at the 72.95, alright, 73 level. And the lower boundary is at the 71.45. Okay, price has been consolidating over here for some time, but if you look at the overall direction, Aussie dollar is still towards the downside. Fundamental of Aussie is still weak. Alright, and recent data from the US has been positive. Having said that, we never know what's coming out for tonight, so that can be a game changer for the US dollar. Alright, but let me drop down to the hourly time frame to give you more insight as to what's happening on the Australian dollar. Alright, this recent upward surge is because of a positive GDP release from Australia earlier this week. But overall, if you look at the overall longer term fundamental of Aussie, it's still bearish, alright. And if you have any buy setup going on Australian dollar, you might be consider taking a counter trend, alright. And what we have over here, if I put in my Fibonacci level, we do have a potential advanced pattern setting up. Let me pull in the right tool. Alright, what we see is that from this move to this move, the retracement comes in at the 0.618 Fibonacci level. Alright, and from there it bounced back up, and if we measure the retracement of our second leg, we do see that price comes in and touch the 618 as well. Alright, so this gives us a valid potential godly pattern. And taking the extension from our previous leg, The level which we are interested to look out for a godly pattern is at the 786 retracement level in confluence with the 127 extension level, right? So what we are expecting now is we are not trading this pattern unless price does come back towards that level, right? Form a very nice price action before it breaks up towards the upside. Why we want to have more confirmation, especially for this trade, because technical wise it's a bullish pattern, right? But if we take into consideration the fundamental of Australian and US dollar, it's actually considered a counter trend, right? Basically, you're going against the fundamental. So what we want to do is there are a few approaches, alright? One is you totally skip this trade. But of course, for those traders who are more aggressive and they don't mind taking some counter trend setup, what we can advise you is, since this pattern is forming on the H1 time frame, right, on the hourly, what you can do is you can perhaps drop down to the either 30 minutes or 15 minutes, right, and wait for price. When price comes down towards this level, wait for a price action to confirm that price is rejected off this level. Right, there are a few price patterns that you can identify. One is a pin bar formation, alright, that would be the clearest that you can see in terms of a rejection. Right, the other one is if you are more conservative yet you want to trade counter trend, what you can do is wait for a double bottom formation and then you enter looking for a quick retracement and exit the market after that. Alright, but what you want to do is also take note that NFP and the average hourly earnings from the US side later today can really discount any technical setup, technical analysis, right? Because after all, what's moving the market is not your chart, but it's the fundamental economic data coming in from respective countries itself, right? So once again, we advise or we will recommend you not to put a pending order for this setup, but instead wait for more confirmation if you decide to trade this. Alright, so for this video, that's basically the three pairs we are looking at going into the US session later tonight. Before I end off this video, let me point you towards an announcement. Alright, basically what we are doing is we are having, alright, this is only for the Singapore traders. Alright, traders are residing in Singapore because this event is a physical meetup. What we are having is next Tuesday on the 7th of June. Alright, from 7 to 9 p.m. we do have a market analysis plus signals sharing session. Location wise will be at CMC Markets, alright, Singapore Land Tower. Closest MRT will be at the Raffles Place MRT. Right, because it will be there will be limited seats available. Alright, what we want to do is if you're interested, alright, do RSVP and indicate your interest, because if you know the seats are being filled up, we won't be able to take you in anymore. What we'll be going through for this session, alright, this 2-hour session, is we'll talk about tonight's US data, as well as Tuesday morning RBA Rate Statement, alright, and this session is to prep you up and share with you some of the potential setups going into next week. Alright, so for those who are in Singapore and you're interested to find out about how we analyze fundamental sentiment as well as spotting potential setup using technical analysis, do drop by and join us for this event. Alright, other than that, I wish you all the best for tonight's trading, and trade according to your plan and manage your risks. I'll talk to you soon.